All right, man. This is gonna be a good week.
I don't remember what the hell we did last time.
Austin, would you remind us what we did last time?
Sure. You were attempting to escape Billy the Beholder's, or no, Tom the Beholder's lair, and you thought you were leaving and going outside like he was just going to let you go, and it turned out you went into his dungeon. It looked like outside at first, but it turned out to be just an illusion, and you broke through the floor and fell to the ground. You continued through, finding different passages and ways to get from room to room, fighting off different creatures, and eventually found your way to a gate that had the classic Dante saying, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." And you threw the remains of someone who was not your friend, but you decided was your friend after he was dead.
He was our friend.
Steve.
He saved us.
Into the room, and when you got in there, you found out that a unicorn, whose name is Billy, was eating Steve.
We did that one room where we pulled the plug and all the water drained out.
Mm-hmm. And you found the library because you drained the right.
We dropped into that one. Y'all dropped me into that one, and there was the dude who could make a bunch of himself, and we found out that wasn't a thing.
I think he
Oh, that
jumped
was a
in
thing.
a river and fired off a lightning strike.
Yeah,
electrocuted
that was
everything
pretty
in the river,
dope.
Including himself.
including himself.
That
Yeah,
was fine
That was a real thing.
that happened. I was there.
You need your spot.
Now, if I remember correctly, we went through the gate that had abandoned hope, all you who enter here, and we found ourselves in this room, and Billy told us that it's kind of like he's a kind of a guardian for this area, but there's a door on the side. We're free to pass, but he keeps anything from coming back through the door. I mean,
Yeah, it's sort of a liminal area. It's kind of a transitionary.
a liminal area.
Yeah, it's a transitionary space.
Uh-huh.
Whatever, asshole.
You know what?
You use words like that all the time.
Dude,
You know what?
I'm super impressed.
We're in the room.
Yeah.
Where's my D20?
And it's smoky and sultry and it's hard to see around. And he just kind of lets you know that you are in
What? Am I in your space?
entering sort of a place, not necessarily hell or inferno, but not really anything of living creatures either. It is sort of an in between. And he's really there kind of as a welcome, you know, as a hello. This is where you are now entering,
Okay.
and his space, the entrance that you came through to meet him, is actually linked to many different areas. It is not solely just Tom's dungeon, but it leads to many spots.
There's our unicorn. We tried to take a rest in here, right? This is you.
What's the thing behind the unicorn, or is that all?
That's the end of the unicorn.
Okay, that's all
But-
unicorn.
That's a huge unicorn.
It's regular size.
What do you do in your
Horses
sleep
are-
that's what happens?
Huh?
What do you do in your sleep that's what happens?
No,
So
it
we
goes
just-
away when I'm asleep.
We just woke up, right?
Yeah. It disappears when I'm asleep.
Here's Steve.
It's still there.
Steve is mostly just bones.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what the black ones are for.
Okay.
And he's a pile of mush. No, he's spread out.
You guys have been
We
sleeping.
ate all the viscera.
Billy's been eating.
Okay.
All right, but the bones are still there.
He's a hungry unicorn.
He is. He doesn't get fed a whole lot down here.
Yeah.
The magic is nice, but sometimes it's just nice to, like eat things and feel like you accomplished something.
So, do we complete a long rest successfully? I've been sleeping. I took off my armor. I remember that much.
That
Oh,
sounds
God.
painful.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yes, you have
survived.
completed a long rest.
Completed. Got the armor. Wake up. Get the armor back on. Look around. What do I see?
Well, all of a sudden, on Billy's back, you see this tiefling ranger. Would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. So, my name is Anya. I am a TP Ranger. I am a dark mauve color with black hair, violet for hair that goes into white, solid black eyes, about 5'8", bulky, strong build, and yeah, not quite sure what's going on.
Where'd you come from? Where were you before you was ported down here?
I was on the coast, just things out there, and all of a sudden I fell into this hole, and here I am.
She sounds like she's from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Which-
Anya from Minnesota.
What you were searching for was a drug called Fiend's Kiss, and it turns out that it's heavily linked to a fiend who has somehow managed to transport you to this world.
Holding things for a long time.
He didn't want you to find his treasures.
Okay.
And we're gonna get them for you.
Strange women appearing in dungeons is not a good way to go about deciding where we should go next. I'm just saying, from experience.
I mean, there's usually generally only one door to go through anyway.
That's right. There's only one
It's
door.
pretty linear in here.
I'm just saying, in the future.
Okay. Well, I mean, we did that one time. There was that one girl. Well, that wasn't us, but she told us that there was a truth-telling couch.
A truth-telling couch?
Yeah, we put her on the couch and we asked her to tell us a lie, and she's gone. But that was a different life.
Can I do a medicine check to see if there's drugs in the air here?
Yeah, definitely.
Like an 8?
I mean, you're not sure. It smells kind of sulfury, and I don't know how much experience you've had with drugs, but this is not, if there is one, it's not one you're familiar with.
Okay.
It may be, however, that in the fabric of this place that's kind of beyond life and before death, that maybe he's getting a glimpse of previous lives that he's had.
I get them all the time.
Well, that makes sense. You're a
It's
cleric of
sometimes
death.
it's called
Y'all are kind of new.
It's sometimes called meta syndrome.
I've known this guy for 100 lifetimes. We ran around the Space Marines once. Generally, he throws things and I punch things. That's generally the case. Sometimes he's good with fire. One time he had this gun and he would shoot a hole in the wall, and then I'd shoot a hole in the wall, and we could go through the different holes, and we had to solve these puzzles. It was crazy. And this lady was constantly talking to us about cake.
This is clearly.
Was there a cake?
No, there was no dang cake.
So the cake was a lie.
The cake was a lie. It was garbage. But this is where we're at right now.
Is Billy still around? Is he in the room? Is he doing anything?
He is. She is astride Billy.
Oh!
Billy.
She's
You're on, Billy.
That's the name
That's
of
crazy.
this here steed.
It's the unicorn's name.
You two know each other?
No, I've never. Hi.
Okay, you are on
Billy?
the.
So Billy, you're cool with that? People just riding you?
She kind of appeared this way. I don't really know what's going
Oh
on.
wow, you
Okay.
talked. Okay.
Yes.
Billy, I've heard that only virgins can ride unicorns. Is that true?
I believe that's to be true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to sacrifice you.
Just something to keep in the memory bank for later.
You know, if we need to sacrifice a virgin. I mean,
Right.
I said,
It's kind of hard to sacrifice demonic beings
Oh,
to
it's-
demons. We don't really.
The sacrifice never takes.
Never take.
Sacrificing, it just doesn't ever happen. Okay.
It's tainted. It's tainted blood.
So
Well-
you all feel, I guess, fairly refreshed considering your circumstances.
I
Okay.
don't remember what I was doing.
I feel pretty good. I
It's
mean,
my bare
Feel
feet.
great.
all
Okay.
things
Because your
considered.
apartment lets them be sweaty.
The-
Because it's muggy.
I thought that was Fifi, like getting ready to explode over there. Like, do I need to take you outside right now? Okay.
It's just my feet.
Okay. All right. Let's see what I got going on here. Well,
So we're going further up and further in?
further down.
How many
Further
doors
down.
do we see in the room?
There's the entrance you came through,
Mhm.
which from what you've gathered in conversations with Billy is pretty much impassable.
Okay.
And there's really only one other spot.
All right.
This is a highway rest stop, if you will. It's just a transitional spot.
Okay.
So where?
Is this like a stable door? Like it's one of those ones where the top opens and then the bottom is separate?
No, it's one of those shitty new trendy things where you slide it.
It's a barn door.
Yeah.
It's a barn door.
100%.
Yeah. I saw someone who installed one of those.
It's
in front of
painted
their
with
bathroom.
skeleton keys, owls, and butterflies, because for whatever reason, that's what everyone wants to see.
Engraved.
Well,
Sure.
Billy, you got any words of wisdom before we head out?
Take luck.
Take luck.
Take luck.
I think I've heard that before. Can't recall where.
Sounds like my lifestyle.
Take a look and
Take luck and care.
take luck and care.
So what I'm hearing y'all say.
Take luck and care. Gotcha.
So what I'm hearing you say is you're not. Well, where you come from? You're thinking that you can't go back the way that you came in, so there's not really like a.
Yeah, see, the thing is, people keep hopping in and out of here. Me and, well, his old soul and my old soul, we can't act, and maybe it was you was here with us.
Foolish has been here from the start. Foolish is 100%.
Anya's
betting
internal
every,
dialogue is exceptionally troubled right now. She's not sure.
Well, we came in
He
here.
does this sometimes.
We,
Just don't.
we came in here from this town. They said you couldn't go in there and come out, and we're like, well, fuck that, we're going in and going out. And then we came in and we haven't been able to get it out.
I respect that attitude. I've approached life in that way.
They said there was treasures and shit in here, and we came in, and it started out where it was just grassy rooms, and then there are 3 doors, and the doors would just run. You run through one, you come out the other one, you just in the same room, and then only one door.
Pleasantville style.
Yeah, and then they started getting more and more complicated every time we go in a room. Not every time, but sometimes
A little
we-
more evil.
Yeah,
every time.
stuff comes at us. One time we came in, we went in the one door, and he had to drink his frozen pea, and then we all got stronger.
I've been in that circle of hell before.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's fun,
And then we
right?
fought this. Well, we were gonna fight this beholder. I mean, we didn't want to, but he started talking shit, and we.
Beholders are, they're bad news. I
Yeah.
mean, you fight them, don't worry about that.
And
I'm
we-
not shaming you for that.
And we said, don't fight us, don't kill us. And he said, oh, I'll let you out. And then we went out the door, he said, and we thought we were outside, but we weren't. We were getting deeper into things. And now we're trying to, I guess, only go deeper because
No way.
Beholders will do that.
it's hard to get
Way.
the other way, so we just keep going deeper and
Well,
take over hell, I guess.
well, Billy's been delightful, but I'm down to go down if that's what y'all are.
Maybe you can you control him? Try and ride him to the door.
Billy?
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Billy?
You cool? You cool to go to the door, bro?
You got stats for a unicorn loaded up, buddy?
Yeah.
So I built this character to deal with like a heist in a coastland, so my ranger ranging portion is a little bit lacking,
Ah.
to say the least.
The sun was in her eyes.
I have some of that. That would be a 6.
All right.
A 6 total?
Oh yeah.
What do you do to try to get Billy to follow your command?
I just ask him. I really don't know what to do here in this
Say,
situation.
Billy,
Oh, I can intimidate
You-
or deceive,
you ever been further down this?
persuade.
This is my area. I'm not allowed.
Oh, you
out
ain't
of this
allowed
room.
out. That's
Oh.
right.
No,
What happens if you
I'm-
try?
I'm essentially the one I literally cannot pass through.
Oh.
I pick up one of Steve's bones, I throw it at the door, I look back at Billy. See if he charges it.
I'm gonna use that.
It's over there.
I can't go get it.
Have you tried?
I can't pass through the door.
What
I
happens
have
when
tried.
you What happens when you try?
It's a wall for me.
I was just
Cannot pass through.
okay.
I'm gonna slide. Is the door open? I'm gonna slide the door open if it's not. So it's like a barn
I mean,
door,
if he
right?
was throwing something through it, then it's at least partially open.
Okay, I'm gonna open it all the way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, what happens maybe if I touch you and we try to go through together?
All right, you want to try that?
Yeah.
Roll animal handling.
You ask like that, it makes me wonder if I want. 17.
All right, so you start leading Billy towards the door, and he goes, "All right, no one's really ever tried this before. You guys passing through?"
Try.
Go ahead and
All
hop
right.
off. That scenario.
You pass through, and his head just hits straight against something you can't see.
Well, I'm gonna come back through the door. I'm gonna give him a rub on the nose and say, Billy, it has been an absolute pleasure knowing you. I wish you could come with us.
I bump past him and walk through the door.
All right.
And I pet him and I straighten his hair. Give him a rub down. Pull the brush out.
He does not seem to enjoy this.
No? Alright, I was just trying to be nice. Fuck you, I'm out.
He's got no one to look at for it. He doesn't care.
Okay, I'm walking through the door.
I'm walking. Yeah, we're walking into the next room. What do we see?
Well, as you exit, it's sort of a hallway, but not like a hall. Like there's a path, and there's just fucking darkness, and you get like little drafts of a breeze around you. So it's a hallway, but not a hallway with walls. It's more of just like a straight kind of hall that you get to go down. I don't know that you would want to check what's off the side, because every once in a while you just hear some howls and some screams
I pull-
and torturous sounds.
I pull a copper piece out. And so it's just, there's a line and then just darkness on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
I pull a copper piece out and I throw it down into the darkness. Just like a couple feet away.
Just something.
Okay, so it doesn't hit anything.
No.
Just hello. No. Okay.
Hey guys, since we're here, I have a great joke. You want to hear a great joke?
Yes.
Okay, so the guy dies, goes to hell, like you do, and first room comes to, and the devil walks up to him and says, "Hey, well, so where do you want to spend the rest of eternity?" And so he comes to the first door. He opens it up. People are in flames, engulfed, screaming, gnashing of teeth, all that, and he says, "Not there, next door." So okay, all right, well, next door. Everybody's chained up. Being thwacked with cat o' nine tails and screaming, gnashing of teeth. Oh, no, next door. Okay, all right. So next door, everybody's up waist deep in manure. It's kind of rough, but they're sipping coffee, seem to be having a decent time. And it's like, well, give them my options. I guess it'll be door 3. So he gets in, shuts the door. Next thing over the intercom. All right, break's over. Time to get on your heads. All right, let's get here. Let's not do that, by the way. If we see any of those, let's pass.
That's words of wisdom right there. We'll pick flames and shit.
All right. So this hallway eventually leads to a massive square room. The walls are roughly 60 feet
What
apart.
if I wanted to cast sunlight?
Is that something you'd like to do?
I'm asking myself. Now we'll leave it be.
Okay. The walls are 60 feet apart, and the middle of the room is occupied by a massive grid carved into the floor.
So y'all are great, but nobody else has introduced themselves. I
Oh.
think that's
Why don't you go ahead there, big guy?
My name's Grundle Thumper
all right.
of Clan Taint,
Okay.
and I'm a dwarf, probably about 4 foot tall, 3 foot 8 really, but I tell people I'm 4 foot tall.
Respect that.
And I'm an Eldritch Knight,
Oh.
and I wear this scorpion armor, and I carry a spear.
Well, yeah. Did you put that back on?
Yeah,
Does something happen when you put that back on?
technically, yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
What happens when you put that back on?
So when I take it off, it poisons me.
Yeah.
But all those spikes, he's got to press them back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. I got a spear that sometimes when I try to hit people with it, it just says no and it hits me in the face.
Was it like a giant scorpion or multiple scorpions? How did we establish that?
I found it. I didn't kill the scorpion and then make the armor.
I thought it was given to you torturously. From
It
your
was
family.
from, my clan was doing some business with the drow down in the Underdark, and we weren't really supposed to be doing it.
All right.
And the drow, they kind of set it up like, oh, we're giving you these gifts because we're drow. And
Yeah, don't ever.
Yeah. And so my clan accepted gifts from the drow, and that's why I now have this cursed set of armor and this cursed spear that I'm trying to exercise, to purify, so that I can go on with my life.
I mean,
I'm 112 years old.
oh, well, you know what? Keep living like you're living. You could wear other armor and then take it to somebody, wait until it's no longer cursed, and then put it on. But I
Unfortunately,
respect the fortitude.
it tries to kill me every time I take it off, but if I don't put it back on, the consequences are even worse. Same with the spear. Yeah,
All right.
pretty bad.
Tiefling, I understand curses.
Yeah.
I understand. All right. And you, sir? Many lives.
I'm Torque Iron Grasp.
All right.
This time I've been Torque Mage Bane, Torque Thorkin,
There's a theme.
Torque Town,
Torquetown.
Torque wrench.
Torque Wrench, Torque the Ridget. Actually, Torque the Ridget. The Ridget.
He's from a foreign land that
Yeah,
time.
I'm still from a foreign land. I come over from Galembor. I was part of the
Is that near Arkansas?
yeah. Galembor. I ain't
West
even
side,
sure.
prettier, much nicer southern.
Galembor. That sounds like it's made up. But I was part of the healing guild there. I wasn't supposed to be because it was just halflings. But the matriarch, she saw in me something because I was really good with like herbs and potions and stuff, and had a natural gift for healing. And so she brought me on, but all the halflings, they didn't really like it. Kind of tore the guild in half because some of them wanted me to stay because they saw my innate skills, and some of them didn't like it. And then I saw the problem was that like they'd only heal you if you had money, and I'm a big proponent of universal health care.
Okay.
So to kind of
Altruist. That's
yeah,
nice.
so to kind of staunch the Civil War that was brewing, that she sent me over here to this different place, a Fey room. Well, that's where it was, or I'm gonna be. Sometimes I can see the future too.
Oh.
Actually, this is kind of like a future past life. But she sent me over here to find new herbs and stuff and learn new alchemical tricks and
Seems like you're definitely familiar with some herbs.
yeah.
All right.
So that's me.
All right.
I like to grab things. That's why I'm Iron Grasp.
Oh, okay. Fork iron grass.
Yeah, grab things and I heal people.
I like it. And I'm not, I'm not super familiar with humanoids, all of them. So what are you?
I am a human cleric.
Okay.
I'm alive.
Sometimes they sneak up on you. There's something else
Yep.
in there. You're not sure it's entirely human.
No,
It's all human.
I'm a strong as fuck human life cleric.
Fantastic.
I grab things.
Fantastic.
I lift things up and I put them down.
Hey,
Are you as strong without your belt?
Do I have a belt still? I'm fucking strong.
that's Thor-esque.
I do. I have the strength belt.
It doesn't have a name. Your strength belt? I mean,
Belt
that's
of fire giant strength.
Beautiful.
I'm 29 strong.
Hey.
I got that before the holder. It was foolish here.
You want to talk about yourself and all foolish?
Yes. My name is Foolish. I am a sorcerer, water genasi.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. I used to be the ringmaster of the underwater circus.
Fun.
It was nearing bankruptcy because all of our audience tended to drown.
Oh. Insurance.
I'm working on that. I was recruiting some more freaks for my circus, and I ended up here. I don't know what happened. I gotta get back.
Okay. You know what? We just saw a unicorn. I'm just saying. I know
Yeah.
we can't really get out of the room right now.
Get
But
him out the door.
Put the mention door him somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice to meet y'all.
Figure that one out. All right. So in the room, as you walk in, this is the center 40 squares of the room. In each corner are these 2-foot-tall statues that have kind of jagged, peaked, sort of. They're really rough looking, but they're crowns on each of the statues.
Okay. Is it all this color or is it a different color?
It's just checkered.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be the blue and white that you see before you. If you would rather it be red and black, that works. But it's two-tone checkered.
All right.
And where do we come in?
This one.
Where do you want to be, boss?
He's always the boss. Those pigeons
Horse
are
awesome.
awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, the pigeons were pretty awesome. Look around the room. I'll come over here and I'm gonna tap the statues on the head with my spear from a distance. Gently kind of just these statues on the head.
Guy's not standing up.
Nothing really happens. You're just like looking at the statues and sort of tapping on them.
Yep.
As you're looking at them, there's an inscription in the base.
I read it.
Yeah, no, I know.
What does it
Checking
say?
One other thing. It says 8 jealous queens ruled over an ancient isle. Strife and war spread, battles stretched for miles. A wise man came to guide them and cause their wars to cease, divided out 8 kingdoms where each could rule in peace.
Guys, there's some inscriptions at the bottom of these statues here. Is this written in common?
Yes.
It's written in that dirty human language.
Do they all say the same thing?
They-
I'll read this one.
They do indeed.
Are you able to lift one?
I'll go over and grab one around the base and see if I can lift it.
Strength check. Athletics.
Athletics? Gotcha.
Minis with you? It's just mentally it seems better.
Because it's short and
That's-
you're short. She's
okay.
calling you short.
I'm short.
I mean,
That's gonna be a 12.
Yeah, you can pick it right up.
Yep, I can pick it right up, lift it up.
Okay.
See anything underneath it?
No.
There's nothing underneath this one.
Maybe move it onto one of the checkers.
Let
we've
me
got 8.
I'll pick it up and I'll put it on this checker.
read that thing one more time.
8 jealous queens ruled over an ancient isle. Strife and war spread, battle stretched for miles. A wise man came to guide them and cause their wars to cease, divided out 8 kingdoms where each could rule in peace.
Ruled an ancient isle. Maybe not an isle like an island, but an isle like a row.
Oh. Okay.
There are 8.
Let's pick up the statues and put them in a row.
Can I do an investigation on the floor? You said there's not any symbols on the floor, but can I just see if there's anything that's kind of demarcates it besides it just being checkered?
Sure.
That's good. If they were giving us the information we need, but I feel like I need to pull some weight. 22.
I mean, you spend some time really going over the floor, and as a ranger, you're like trying to track and see if you can see where maybe these statues have been in the past or anything else. There's no signs of anything.
I'll try and lift one too.
Athletics check.
I swear to God, I'm gonna remember all the things I need next time before we play.
9.
You do not.
These
Did you roll
things-
just roll the d12 again?
I did.
Why do you keep rolling
I
those?
don't know. 1.
You still do not. And now,
What?
you look super weak trying to lift it up. Like you're breaking out in sweat.
Ugh.
You're like, oh, why did that guy lift it? He's tiny. Why can't I lift it?
I just tried to pick up the heaviest one, guys. Careful with that.
But I'm gonna go over and pick up the one he picked up.
I'm telling you, man.
What's
you're
the
gonna pull
lowest
something.
athletics check you can roll? Yeah, no problem.
Actually, 13.
Yeah.
Where do you want it?
I use my mage hand to assist him.
I'll pick it up and say, "Where do you want this, Commander?"
I loosened it up, put it right here.
Okay.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
So you're carrying that over there?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to make a dex save.
11.
Okay. That piece that you just placed there gets knocked off the board. And Brandon takes 19 points of damage.
Grief.
Force damage. And it came from the other queen.
To put him
And the next 3.
here where he's standing, or do we want to put him
It's
here?
either, like you guys have to be moving them. You have to be
Yeah.
Place
I like your aisle theory, so maybe we should stick to this row for now. Or, yeah, diagonal that.
Maybe.
Yes.
I ain't putting none of them next to another one ever again.
Okay.
I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try it. I got pretty
I'll
good.
try it too. I've got good decks.
I've got good athletics. 19.
Yep.
I'm going to pick this one up, and I'm going to gently ask Mr. Irongrass to move.
I move.
That's the same.
Watch out for that one.
Same scenario, friend.
Yeah. Put it here for now.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him to cast guidance on me before I drop this.
Talking to me?
Yeah, you.
I ain't got guidance.
You want it here or
Right
here?
there. Right
Oh,
there.
yeah, right on the
Yeah.
right.
Because
kinda-
that's the only
Okay.
one that has
Yeah.
8 across. 8 spans 8.
Okay.
All right.
Set
Somebody
it down.
move one here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
Move this one here.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yep.
Okay, roll a dex save.
They don't like you, sir. They don't like your cleric, the cut of your
12.
Your gin.
Nope. So that piece is knocked off, the one that you just moved. And now they're 19 damage.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's try to put them here.
All right.
Grab that one and put it there.
Okay, make a dex save.
Okay. 13.
Nope, you're gonna take the full 13 points of damage.
How much did you roll?
A 13.
I'm just gonna give you guys a second. Does anyone want to try to roll any other kinds of checks? You can keep going, I don't mind.
I'll make a history check to see if I know anything about the story of these queens.
22.
22 history check. I'm trying to see if I know anything about this.
So-
do I know any stories about queens that have been?
Not necessarily queens, but you do remember a game of that you learned a while ago called chess.
Mhm.
And in it, the queens can move sideways and diagonals, and that's where they can attack other pieces of the board.
Oh.
So they're each trying to live in peace.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
So they have to be out of the sideways or diagonals of others, is what I think. Based on the rules of Dragon Chess.
I'm gonna pick this one up. Actually, I'm gonna fucking heal myself first.
So when he first put, did he move that one all the way from over there? And he didn't have to do a deck save? Or did he move that one from over there? And didn't?
The first time that they put it there,
Uh-huh.
the other queen could not attack it from where it was.
Okay.
Because it wasn't in the corner.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna
It
pick
was
this
where
one up.
Torque's
I'm gonna
character
pick this
is
one
right
up and put it
now.
back
Okay.
right where I'm at.
Okay.
there we go.
Okay. I'm gonna.
That one go in the corner.
That doesn't work.
I need to know
is that?
who moved that one.
That one, that would be me.
Okay.
Oh, now.
Make a deck save.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Will.
you
My bad.
What's wrong?
Don't put one there.
Don't put one here.
It has to go back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he can't be hit by that one.
There, this one works.
And that doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, that works. No, doesn't work. We need to move the others in order to free up a space so that one can fit. Oh, shit. We gotta be careful about how.
It has to be on this row, right?
Yeah.
Here. Damn. Okay, now we fucked up. I fucked up.
You done effed up.
Okay. Start over.
Oh, I like this puzzle a lot. That's me. Thanks,
You
Ed.
need this one goes. It's
All
not
right,
too.
gentlemen, let's stop playing with these. I have some multicolored rocks.
It needs
Well, I mean,
two
keep the
pyramids.
yellow.
Hang on. It
No,
needs
I'm
two
just
pyramids
thinking-
going out in opposite directions. Don't start at the edge of the board. Start in the middle and work out from the middle.
I believe you.
That's all right. It's Bishop's turn. He thinks he
Bishop's
knows
like,
He
how.
should be good.
I solved this hours ago. I'm out.
The corner. No, they have to be on offsetting corners, don't they? They have to end on opposite corners. They have to start on the blue and. One has to start on the blue and end on the white. Right.
Which, we're off with her head, which queen's out.
I know. Don't fuck it.
Can't do that.
I know.
We'll do that.
Okay.
You don't want to disturb this?
Whoever solves this puzzle gets the rest of the fireball.
Can't go here.
Right.
Can't go here or here. So that leaves this and this, right? Those are the choices. That's true.
Now
But
the
on
next
this
one,
row,
it can't go here or here, or here.
It might be able to go there.
Might be able to go here. That's a yellow. On a row.
If we're just gonna put all the maybes down and start picking them off.
Yeah, we've got 8 queens.
2, 4, 6, 7. There's only one left, and it's
This
this
got to
row.
be this row.
No, and that's the only on this row. This is the only part.
We're not doing this one.
I like that. Let's take the pins off. The black and the blue ones will be where we definitely cannot go.
Okay.
To anyone watching at home, you can
Hey,
Google the
fellas.
8 queens puzzle.
Okay, so we have those that definitely can't go there. So if we put down, you put down a red for what you want to try, the yellows would be for where we can't go after we've tried the red.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so
I like it, okay.
Yeah.
It's not an easy one, but you've been on the right track at least twice. You guys putting the queens on the board?
We'll hold on a second.
Don't. Hey. I mean, they all.
Does anyone want to roll to see if your colored stones are in the right spots? Or anything?
No, we like to live dangerously.
Good, then put your queens on the board.
Test perhaps. Hold cool your jets there.
Well, he
Dean.
said dangerously.
Yeah. My head hurts from the last time it bludgeoned me.
Put your queens on the board.
Do we each want to take a queen so that just in case we get bludgeoned?
We'll all take a chance on it. How about that?
Okay. So put queen, you can put a queen down. You're like, screw y'all.
As you do that, and the last queen gets put on the board, the pieces start to shift downward,
Oh yeah.
becoming steps from this side of the board this way. There are steps down, and these two go the furthest down.
We did accomplish so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so who gets the drink?
Marching order.
Up front.
I'll take the rear.
Shield out.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
I'll go behind Torque.
Okay.
But nothing
The
really
party's
seems to
not
come
really
from
involved.
Okay.
Not
What's-
enthusiastic.
What's the room look like?
It's a big open cavern. Like I said, roughly 60 foot by 60 foot again, but some of the walls are a little bit kind of haggard inward and outward. It's not a direct 60 feet.
Kind of like rock.
Yeah.
And I hear knocking from the walls.
Yes.
Look at the sleepy kitty.
I think it's one of these. Okay. As you guys enter into this room, you hear that tapping from the walls. It's kind of dark, but you can pretty clearly see, and there seems to be chests in each corner of the room.
Chests.
Chests.
I throw my spear at
Yes.
one of them.
Start throwing things at these damn things.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be a 28. I'll pick this chest over here and I'll throw my spear at it.
All right. As you do, it sticks into the wood, but nothing else happens.
Send my mage hand over there and try and open one.
Which one?
The same one.
The same one? Pops open. Something.
I will throw my spear at the one in the other corner.
Which other corner?
This one.
Okay.
That's a
Natural one.
It's a natural one, so it's going to attempt to attack me with advantage.
And you, that was the one that you aimed at?
Yes.
Okay, can I try thaumaturgy at the opposite side to, if that's unlocked, to kind of open it up?
Sure.
Sweet, that's what I do.
All right. It works.
Hey, I walk over a little bit closer and I kind of look over to see if I can find what's going on in that little chest.
Can you, someone check the last one, please?
Well, I mean, there's two more left since we didn't hit this one.
No, that one's fine.
Do me a favor and roll a d6.
I'm going to this one because it's the only one my arm can reach.
It's
All
cursed.
right. You find 6 arrows that all seem to be crackling with a bit of electricity.
Beautiful. I pick them up and I
I'm
put
gonna.
them in my.
I'm just
my-
gonna kind of.
Whatever you call that thing that holds
Be an
arrows.
extra d8 of lightning
What?
damage on hit.
Yes.
I'm gonna probe this one with my warhammer. Like when you kick somebody to see if they're dead or asleep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of on the top. I'm not swinging at it. I'm just kind of bumping it.
Nothing seems
Mimic?
to happen.
Wake up!
Nothing seems to
I
happen.
know you're in there. I just keep hitting it.
Nothing's happening.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna have to write down what I gave you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also find scrolls. Roll a d. Okay, so you get one scroll that's called Storm Shield. It's a 3rd level scroll. And one called Grace, which is also a 3rd level scroll. Okay, so you get one scroll 2nd level called Blast Bones. and one scroll second level called Unluck.
Alright, is there a door out of this room?
Yeah, there it is. It's a big wooden door, and it
Okay.
is not opened.
Okay. Check it for locks.
There is indeed a lock.
Okay.
We're not good with locks.
We aren't good with locks. You got lock picking tools?
I may have lived sometimes as a criminal.
Go ahead and hit it.
I'm about to.
The lock picking business, what does that refer to as?
Do you have a set of thieves tools? No.
I'm hitting it.
Alright, got
Okay.
a crowbar. Anybody have a crowbar?
Hey, she's got a crowbar.
Hey,
I'm gonna stick a crowbar. Is it like a padlock?
I mean, it's a big wooden door,
Mm-hmm.
a couple metal bands across it,
Okay.
and a lock, and just a handle,
What kind of
like
lock?
an
Just
average
like
door,
you put a key in it?
like a skeleton key.
What's the
And we're sure it's locked out as a full on the
what's
handle.
the check that you do to unlock something?
You use thieves' tools, and then you do. If you're proficient, you add proficiency, and if not, you at least add dex.
If you don't have that and you're just like
Trying to pick a lock,
screwing around, yeah.
I guess a straight dex roll, but I don't know what you're using to try to pick the lock without.
There are a
thieves'
couple
tools.
bands over it. Can I?
There's just metal bands at the.
Oh, okay. Not like a.
No, just like holding the fucking wooden slats together.
All right. May I use your crowbar, pretty please? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna ding, 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 ding into the door,
Okay.
like right where the lock is, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna baseball swing at that motherfucker.
All right.
Just knock the crowbar across the room. Melee attack.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 27.
You indeed hit.
Okay.
For crowbar pry, give me a D8 plus your strength.
16.
Nice.
You see it like wedge out,
Yeah.
but like the lock is just barely holding on.
Okay.
I got it. I'll run up, I'll put my spear in and try to wedge it out.
All right, give me a strength check.
Probably could have just put that crowbar in there and like, pop that bitch.
Oh,
Straight up strength check?
Yes.
19.
sorry guys, I do have a thieves tool.
all right.
As she's saying that and holding it out, you just bing, the door pops open.
It's alright, we'll figure it.
4, 9,
Did you say 13?
I did indeed.
Shit.
Lucky numbers.
10, 11.
Let me get initiative rolls from everybody.
All right.
What's happening?
We were just prepared for this battle.
God, how does this happen to me?
What you got?
10.
I'm putting my warhammer away.
Anya,
Yes, sir.
you will move first. You guys are going up against 13 Grimlocks.
Alright, are we fighting? Is it on?
Anya's first.
It is all the way on. You know what's happening? Several things are happening. First
Okay.
thing that's happening is I'm using one of those big fancy lightning arrows
Rain of fire.
and I'm shooting it.
Right down the line.
And this was the guy you were hitting?
Yeah.
As the lightning hits him, it courses all the way through, and you start to smell just acrid, nasty fucking smell as he is electrified alive and
Tasty.
dies.
I like it. I like it. I like the taste of suffering and acrid lightning flesh. I growl at you.
Yeah, come on over here. Step into the ring with Bonesaw. Bonesaw is ready. 6 seconds of playtime. Oh yeah, come on, right up on
Take
here.
a swing at you.
Come on.
20, does that hit you? Or are you at 22?
When he takes a swing at me, I just hit his hand with my shield.
Alright.
He will pay for his lies.
He does not hit.
He doesn't. Nobody does. Tort.
All right. Got messed up.
Light him up, light him up.
It's supposed to be
Whoa,
green.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ace.
Work it out.
It's when you hit something.
Nice.
Let's
Okay.
see it.
All right. Let's see. I am going to throw down a tidal wave. It's 10 wide and 30 long, so it'll hit.
I like this guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit these 3 guys right here.
Grundle Thumper.
I hit people.
Grumble Thumper.
As this tidal wave washes through the room, and did it also push the failure? Well, they The failure died. So
The
I guess it doesn't
failure
matter.
died. The other ones,
Don't get pushed because they saved?
they're not knocked prone.
Yeah, okay. But you see these two standing against the tide as their brother is just pushed right past them.
Fantastic. Okay. I'll earn another 10 feet of movement, step right here, and throw my spear again.
Okay.
It seems like it really
Oh,
exerts you to
damn
move
it.
that far.
Fortunately, I throw my spear at him. It does that thing where it turns around in the air and it comes back at me this time. I deflect it with my shield and I grab it out of the air and pull it back down.
Do you also swear at it?
No, actually, I'm trying to watch my language. After praying to Moradin, I've come under a little bit of conviction, realized that I need to be better.
24.
Nope.
And shield. What's your shield look like?
My shield, as it appears, it looks like a giant condom. Like I'm engulfed in a giant rubber with a little reservoir at the top.
Reservoir tip?
Yeah. It's
Makes
ribbed.
sense. Makes sense for Grundle Thumper.
Exactly. Because I'm about the ladies.
I will speak a few words, and in front of me, a radiant horn of light will form in the air, and I will take it from the air, and I will blow into it. And fucking 4 angels on steeds come down from the nothing, and they flit around me and just start running over everybody. Anybody who starts within 15 feet of me.
15 feet?
Yeah.
Jesus balls, I didn't think that was that big of a spell.
I choose the 3 of you. I have cast Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, it's Spirit Guardians, but I didn't think it was 15
That's
feet.
awesome.
I have chosen the 3 of you as my allies, and you will be protected from this. Any of them that start in my 15 feet, gotta make a wisdom saving throw or take a fuck ton of damage.
Okay, so as you hit this guy, and you're sinking your sword in, and you start to whisper, you see his eyes go wide, and he seems pretty terrified, and he just falls to the ground again.
Okay.
He attacks you.
Wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
Takes. I count. I can. I've done it before.
What you got? I can have it.
7 damage.
He takes 7 damage.
He takes 7.
Okay, so as he starts his turn, and those spirits are all riding on their horses around you, they cut him down.
Clock him in the back
So
of
the
the head.
one in front of him, the yellow one, is down.
Right. Genius. No, but even still. It's a 15-foot radius. That's way more than 15 feet. Are you
No, it's
is
not.
this okay?
It's not diameter, it's
5, 10,
radius.
15. Oh.
15.
Noise.
15. Looks like he gets them all.
Yowza.
Okay. You're gonna roll for each one of these guys?
Yes, hell I am! Does not. That is 18 points of radiant damage.
Can you
He's
describe these beautiful
My
angelic
ancestor,
beings?
Who died?
with his giant
Doesn't
freaking
fucking
wings,
matter.
runs by.
One of them.
Just-
They're all dead.
One of them has a hammer,
Foolish.
one has a flail, one
It's your
has a
turn.
sword. This one rides by and just lops his freaking head off.
What are their horses look like?
Nowhere in the world the giant race
Just
for
a
these.
beautiful beast. One of them is riding a horse. Another one is riding a giant tiger. Another one is riding a giant cockapoo. That's
Epic.
a cocker spaniel poodle mix.
Epic.
He's riding a
And an
cockapoo?
eagle.
Yes.
What is he that he's riding a fucking cockapoo?
He's just a big celestial warrior riding Fifi.
So really big thing is somehow riding this tiny little animal.
Majestic
it's a-
steed.
it's a-
Majestic steed.
It's Fifi the size of a horse.
Okay.
Actually, they're none of them are riding horses. Got one of them riding Bishop, one of them riding Rook, the other one riding Faye. She's just an angry old
I
woman
was gonna
running
say,
around
there's no way she's
hissing
okay
at
with
people.
that.
She's running around hissing at people, and then one of them's
You got
riding
really
Fifi.
good
She's
animal
just
handling,
excited
Jeff.
about everything. Just we're killing people.
Fantastic.
I love this game so much.
Yeah, he's gone.
Sayonara.
And my shield drops, and I turn around and I just put my hands up in the air, Tony Stark style, and I appreciate the madness that is going on around me. Tap my chest.
Okay. The black one that's out to your character's right.
May the angels take you.
You got a 5?
You got a 5?
Yep.
It's 23 points of damage.
Fifi killed that one.
Fifi came over and just pounced on him. She was too excited. She thought he had treats.
Right on up and take a swing at you.
Okay. Have fun, buddy.
21. And he's gonna attack you.
Come on.
12.
Nope. I just let it clash off of my armor. I'm just sugar, purple.
In my right hand, a Salvation Army bell appears, and I smash him across the head with it. I need a wisdom saving throw. We're tolling the dead here.
No. And with my short sword, hacha, I'm going to step him.
Plus 8, 19 points of piercing damage to this guy right here.
He's way dead. Like straight through the eyeball and the brain.
Oh,
You don't even have to call it. It just comes back to you.
It just comes back.
So I'm gonna say that when you roll the 1, it's just that it thinks it already hit, and so it flies back
It
at
flies
you.
back to me and just hits me in the face.
Yeah, you're just not ready for it because it didn't reach its target.
Yeah, it's a cursed
My
weapon.
4 spectral guardians line up. They just kind of trot right in front of me.
Do you
Stand like this.
do you root for a best in show
And
before they leave?
I bow down before them as they.
Do you say
in the
first, second, and
sparkles.
third?
No, I
Why
don't
not?
pick
We should rate
favorites.
them.
They're gone already. You can't rate them.
I like the dog.
They weren't that, they weren't that bad for angels.
Do we see a door around here?
Door.
We can be staggered. That
Okay,
works
so
too.
is it locked?
It is locked.
Thieves' tools, guys.
Yay!
I told you. I'll get you. All right, now how do I do this?
There's also a symbol on the door. I would like it if you guys would assume that these are all the same length, no matter how shitty my hand drawing is.
Okay.
So this is
Put it up in the.
the symbol on the door. I don't want you shifting it around in different directions. So keep it like facing one way.
It's a fish.
These are, they're on the door, but you can see them sticking off of the wood.
Oh, these are sticks.
Yes.
So if we reach out and try to move one of them, will they move?
Yeah.
Wrong, but it's okay.
Well, there is writing on the
Oh,
door.
okay.
There is 3.
It says 3.
3.
There's the number 3 on the door.
Okay.
Apologies.
So 3-sided like a triangle?
Mm-hmm. That's 4.
You know what? I didn't ask you.
It's the Triforce. No, not the Triforce.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
And then I push this one out to here.
Is it the number 3 written out or the word 3?
It's the number 3.
It's a heart.
And I make a heart.
Nothing.
Oh, I like it. Oh, I was going to say there.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
I feel like this is a thread we should pull on.
Didn't we already do that?
No.
Okay, I don't
It's
know.
3 triangles.
Oh. I see what we're doing there.
Maybe it means we need to have a threesome.
There's 4 of us.
Roman numeral 3. Oh.
How many have you moved at this point?
I don't know.
After 3, it
2.
resets. Every time you try to move more than 3, it automatically
Okay,
resets.
well that's good. We have to do it in 3 moves.
Aha!
Aha!
Huzzah.
Shit! Never mind.
There we go.
I miscounted.
My heart suggestion was about all that I had, so I'm going to go ahead and examine it and see if I know anything about the number 3. I do not.
Like y'all style.
Bum.
0 checks, just see this thing and start fucking.
Oh, I tried
yeah.
to check. It didn't go well.
Nice.
This doesn't.
I'm gonna check what I do.
Genius.
I want to do a check.
Like what? What do you want to check?
I don't know.
You guys haven't looked at anything besides like the door itself, seen the sticks, and found the number 3.
I'm gonna
Fine.
check the stonework around it. Let's say 18.
Yeah, are there any other
And a
markings
17.
on the wall?
An 18 and a 17 to
I'll do
examine the
investigation.
stonework around it.
Okay. I mean the stones look pretty rough.
Mhm.
And you see like some built up dust, and as you're wiping it away, it says the fish swim back and forth.
Ah!
The fish swim
Ah!
back and forth.
Something is happening in my brain.
Is it here?
That's 2.
Okay, so we can move these. If we move these 3,
Well,
Hey! Feel it on the tip of my brain.
I know. My brain hole is itching.
I also do a
Ah.
investigation check.
One.
Okay.
2.
11.
3.
No.
What? Come on, man.
Back
DM wiggle room.
back and forth,
Okay, not side to side.
not
Back, forth,
90 degrees.
side to side. If you are living in the city, it's do or die. Shit, I fucking had it.
a shifty might work though.
Yeah.
That's not bad thinking.
And the door unlocks.
Hadouken!
Oh! And it's a grid again.
Uh-huh.
More puzzles.
Puzzles are fun.
I throw my spear at it.
BS.
It's a mimic!
The puzzle's a mimic.
the entire room is 25 by 25?
No, the entire room is still the 60 by 60, but there's a raised dais in the middle that is a 5 by 5 grid.
Oh, okay.
I'll take one.
As you walk in, there is a knight sitting in the middle, a stone knight piece.
My lord.
So it's this 5 by 5 grid, and
Uh-huh.
there is a knight statue in the middle.
Okay. Arcana check.
Okay.
I'll do a history check to see if I recognize where the knight.
I read the
originated
inscription
from.
is undoubtedly written on it.
8. Are there steps up to him? You said?
There's no steps, but it's not very far up. It's just raised.
Okay.
So it's a clear definition of where
Hello,
he
friend.
is.
I would like to do an investigation.
I got a
check.
21 to see if I recognize his dress or anything about what type of time period this knight might be from, how old it is, or if I know any kingdoms it's associated with.
Actually looks like a very large version of a dragon chest knight.
This is a very this is a very large version of a dragon chest knight. Just FYI, I've seen this on a chessboard before.
Can you move it?
Dragon chest knight will usually move 1 and then 2. So we can go 1 forward, 2 over, or 2 forward, 1 over.
Is there anything written on it?
I did an investigation to see if there's something written.
No, can you
You
check?
got what, like an 11? Or an 8? You had something low, right?
It probably was an 11.
Did attack, Steve.
Okay, you said it was an Arcana check? Or the
Oh,
Arcana
that
one
was like
low,
an
right?
8. That was terrible.
Okay.
I then went on for an investigation check to see if there was anything written around it.
There's nothing written around it, but on an investigation check, you do find that there is, there's sort of magic traps. That's all you really get from it.
What are you seeing over there?
When touch it and you get hurt. It's got
Hurt by what? Like
it's got magic on
falling
it.
kittens, rabid mongoose?
I don't know. There's something magical about this I don't trust.
Oh. I do
What are you
know.
laughing at? Why don't you come over here and do some?
If I
action?
were, I don't know if you have fine traps, but if I were to do that, I only know that a trap is present. I don't learn the location of each or that,
Okay.
but I do learn the general nature of them and the danger posed by said traps.
Did I?
Lift it.
Did I? You hold on a second. Lift it and blow up. Fuck off for a second.
There is a red button on the nose.
On the nose of
I'm
the
going over
statue?
here.
Why don't you hop down?
Hey, why don't you come over here? You gonna press that with your mage hand?
Obviously.
I'm going into the damn corner. No, that's where they
do
be.
an
That's where they be.
investigation check around
No,
the
but that's where they
perimeter.
think
that you would think they would be.
All right, I'm going over here. I'm gonna stand right behind him. No, I'm not. I'm right here.
I'm gonna do an
I'm
investigation
just
check
walking
on
around
the
the
door
room,
in the wall.
trying to find a spot.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Tap your hammer on the
21.
Around the sides of the room.
I take
You do find a
dodge.
spot. You do find a door, but you
Okay.
can't seem to get through it.
Okay.
And you also find a spot where there's an inscription that says the Knight's Tour,
Okay.
and it is showing you the board. Like the
Oh.
inscription has the board, and it just says the Knight's Tour above it.
Okay. The only thing that I found is the door that we'll probably exit out of, and then an inscription that simply reads the Knight's Tour that has a picture of the image. It doesn't give us further detail.
Where in
Are
the
there
room is the
markings
door?
on the picture of the map or whatever?
Where's the door?
The door is over here.
So do we need to
10
make
foot
the
wide.
knight face the door?
The Knight's Tour?
The Knight's Tour.
Do I know anything about a knight's tour?
Do you?
History check.
Okay.
13.
Anybody else doing history checks?
I already did one.
This sounds like something that you're familiar with, but you can't figure out exactly
But
what.
I'll try. I tried 6.
You know less about it than he knows.
I know very little about history.
What was your?
Why do I
I
have
rolled a
this?
21 on history.
Okay. Did I already answer that one?
You said that it looks like a piece from a dragon chest set.
Oh, because you were trying to. Your history was trying to see if you recognized the knight itself. Okay.
On the picture of the Knight's Tour, are there any markings on the actual board on the picture?
There's a marking in what would be this space.
Okay.
I'm gonna mage hand that red button on the Knight. Press it.
Okay. When you do, nothing happens to the knight itself.
Don't you hurt
But
the mage
as
hand.
as you push it, like a little bit of dust comes off, and you see, because you were up at the statue, on the button
right
itself. I thought one of you went up to the
He
statue.
ran.
No,
Oh,
as
you
soon
ran?
as
As soon as my mage
he
hand
said-
came out, he's like,
As soon, yeah, as soon, I was like, you
You see
touching
a
that
little
shit with your
puff of
mage
dust
hand. I'm
come off of that, and you take, or your mage hand takes 7 points of damage.
no.
Yeah, electrical damage.
What happens to it? Does it look just mangled now?
What did it look like before? Because I don't remember.
It was a hoof?
Oh, new iterations of the mage hand.
I think it was like a hoof.
They had an
It looked like a
opposable
regular hand with like 5 hooves on the end of each finger.
That is definitely not what you described it before.
Really janky fingernails is what I'm hearing.
2 looks like a crab's claw.
Okay, well, as the electricity courses through it, you see cracks forming in the shell.
No.
All right, can I move this thing?
Yes.
So if you go 2 forward and 1 over,
Bounces, so like-
it'll be in the space that
Is
we
it
saw on the
2
tour.
and 1 or 1 and 2?
22.
I mean, you didn't have to. You were moving it already.
He
For
did it.
sure, you moved it to the spot.
Alright.
Yeah, I moved it.
Does it move like it's on rails, or does it move like he can just pick it up and move it?
It's kind of like levitating. Like there was felt underneath, but there's almost just a little bit more space. So as you're moving it around, it just makes this soft swishing sound.
Okay. And he puts it there, does anything happen?
Nope.
You check the map on the
Check
door
the
again?
map.
Get off and press the boop it.
All right, give it a reach around.
And it resets to the middle.
When I boop it,
Yes. And as you boop it, you read that the nose says reset.
There's a short.
I am on death's door.
Oh, no.
Seriously?
No, it's tough as hell.
Okay. Alright. Move it again, please.
Why do you have the same amount of health points I do? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Alright, now we check the door over here and look at the Knight's Tour map.
Now where it's at is lit up, and there's a spot here.
I'll move it there.
Okay.
Check the Knight's Tour map.
It really only shows those two.
That's it.
Okay, so if we move it to here, then we can move it back to here. And we can put it on a full tour. Do we want to try that?
I'd say here.
It won't go there.
Yeah, well, 2 and 1.
Oh, okay.
It's a knight.
Darn it.
It is. It's the Knight's Tour.
What if we go here?
Yeah, let's just go here then here
Yeah.
and see if that.
Let's just take it in a circle real quick. see if
Okay.
anything happens.
I'll put it right here.
Okay.
Anything happen?
No.
and put it back in the center. That'll be the full tour.
Okay.
Are you the only one on the board?
Of course. No one else is crazy enough to do that.
Who's this one? Is that you?
This
Right
is
up at the
me
edge of the board?
and Anya, yeah.
Okay. You and him both need to make con saving throws.
Nothing happened when
Okay.
we put it here, right?
No, but please mark it.
Question. So when we put it here, nothing happened. When we put it here, nothing happened.
Put it there, nothing happens.
So
But
okay.
when you brought it back to the center, it's like, hey, I'm not done with my tour. What's wrong with y'all? I'm gonna fire
Okay. So
on
this
you.
is the next spot you could put it. So we do the here, here, here.
Are you moving it to all those?
No, he is, but I'm just moving it.
Well, yeah.
I'm
I
not
know.
moving it.
Okay, what's the plan?
When we move it back to here, what happens?
Another noxious cloud comes out of the butt, and I need another con saving throw.
The first time, because we didn't reset it. And you wanted us to mark this, even though we reset it.
Now that you've reset, you can erase all marks.
I mean, we know those two because it's on the
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, I guess we might as well.
Yeah, okay. We'll just move it there and then there. So having him go around the perimeter, so 2 and 1, and then 2, and then he has to go so nothing else happened when we got there.
We're gonna have to hit every square on the board
What?
without touching one we hit already.
There's no puzzle like that. That takes entirely too long.
It was solved in 1700s mathematically.
This ain't the 1700s.
Okay.
Here. Bro.
No, because from there you can go to there, back to there to there.
Then this was the last one.
That was the last one.
So you can go here.
You can go there, or you can go the corner.
And then we don't know what goes on after that.
We got real close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably exhausting.
That or that can be 10. 1 up, 2 over. Who knows?
Where you start. You guys kind of have
Well,
starting
got
points
it.
given to you.
13. Erase it.
He's okay. He's okay. We got it.
There's a rhythm to it. There's a pattern.
I don't know about all that.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
So we got our order out of place somewhere.
Oh my god. I think you're fucking yourself up.
Yeah, we came from 9 into the corner. 9. No.
Yeah, I like what you're doing. Yeah. Corner.
19 next to the 8.
Yeah. Yeah. We did it. I mean, Dwayne did it, but I.
But you stood there and talked to him about it.
Yeah. No, I liked what he was doing the whole time he was doing it. All right.
Cool.
We got it.
How'd you figure it out? What's the rhythm? I want to know.
It's a spiral around it.
I want to see it, Dwayne.
Huh?
I want to see it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's perfect.
I'm not going to copy this. I'm going to do it again in real time.
Oh no shit! Do it with these,
Okay.
Well, that's why.
so that you can see sequence how we're doing it.
Wait. Here.
It doesn't matter. We're
It
just
doesn't
gonna-
matter. It doesn't
as long as we
I
put
just
them
want to
down.
see this.
As long as we put them down. Are you even looking at the paper anymore?
No.
No, he said he was
Do it
going to
again.
do it.
Okay. I see. And that one over there. Then the inside corner. Here. And then the inside. And then the corner. And then
It's so
there.
beautiful.
To the corner.
I actually get some
This
sort
side.
of divine insight from watching that.
There. I'm so impressed, dude. That's awesome.
The graph paper.
do that, the statue starts to dissolve and 4 boxes appear.
Yeah, I like boxes.
President.
Go. So there's a door.
There you go, man. You already did.
Hell yeah.
Is it a locked door? Clink him, idiot.
No. No, it's not. No, as soon as the riddle was solved and the small boxes came up, the door also opened up.
Okay.
The door is kind of glowing.
Oh, I do an Arcana check. I need to stop. Why am I doing all these Arcana checks? You're the magic man. I got a
My Arcana is only +3.
yeah, my Arcana's only -1.
Okay, well.
All right.
You go ahead and do your Arcana check you want to do.
I
You're
prod.
doing so
I
well.
prod foolish until he burps out an Arcana check.
Yeah.
You're going to help him, he can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll use his dice.
Shake an Arcana check out of me.
You said +3, 18.
18.
Yep.
Lining all around where this doorway is of magical light is just the number 8 in all sorts of different languages. It just says 8 everywhere around it.
How many different kinds of numerics is there?
At least 8.
At least 8 is a solid.
Seems
answer.
about right. Now is an 8
It's a dwarvish.
divided by 4 is 2
Right.
plus 1 is 3.
But the square root is,
Now you got that book on Pythagoras theorems.
I do. I pull up my notes on Pythagorean theorem and I begin rummaging through them.
While he's looking through that, I go through the door.
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
So you see the number 8 in all sorts of
Oh,
languages.
it's beautiful.
Me too. I see it in Common and Infernal.
Okay.
How'd you learn Infernal?
I'm a fucking life priest. How do
Man
you
of
think?
the light.
Kalimvor is my god. I am just the god of balance. and
I just
death.
know common,
I'm not
dwarvish,
a
and
god.
undercommon is all I know.
Yeah. I mean,
We're well-rounded.
I
Did you get
learned
that
it.
fireball taste out of your mouth?
I do death and
It's
life.
so sweet and tangy.
It is.
It is good.
All right, I walk through the door.
All right.
Marching orders.
Your armor starts to glow.
What
What?
kind of glow? Does it feel like a good glow?
It does feel like a good glow.
Like a radioactive.
Level up.
I level up. Just me or everybody? Oh, 8. I get it. We're all level 8 now.
Ah.
Slowly ticking down. All right, we got 9 hours of sleep in here.
There's small vents around the base of the room. Timer just continues to tick down.
Okay. Nothing else is in here? I'm going to take a pensive 6-hour sleep. I mean, I'm thinking, wait, are there any other doors in here?
No, there's nothing else. This is essentially like a 15 by 15 room.
Okay.
And when you walked in, the door shut and the light absorbed into each of you. And as you look around, there's a slight faint glow coming off of you and that timer where the door was.
Timer where the door was.
Yeah, like the door slid.
Maybe
and it seems
it's
almost
just-
seamless, and there's a timer. on it.
Maybe it's just giving us the time. What if we just wait out the clock? We can just all take a little nap.
It's clearly not counting up; it's counting down.
Yeah, no, and then once it counts down, it's like that time me and Struggles and Dumbledwayne.
Is this like when you broke Dumbledwane's back?
Me and Dumbledwayne. This is when I was Torque Magebane. Yeah, and then
There's nothing else in this room other than this counter?
Counter and the 4 vents in the floor, like right near the floor.
they're just trying to make us nervous. They're just trying to get
I'm going
me-
to go over. I'm going to see if I can borrow Anya. Can I borrow your crowbar real quick, please?
I have these tools. I found them, remember?
Is there a lock on that door?
Yeah, but can your thieves' tools undo that vent over there?
Here.
How big are the vents?
Take it with the crowbar.
Essentially like 2 feet tall and about 3 feet long. 2 side walls and the 1 back wall.
I'm going to go ahead and go over to one of the vents and try to pry the cover off of it with the crowbar.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to one of the vents and I'm gonna get my warhammer down here like this. I'm gonna get I'm gonna hit that bitch.
All right, happy.
26.
Yeah, the vent the cover just pops right off.
Okay.
Now there's a little 2 foot by 3 foot hole at the base of the wall.
I'm going to take a torch and I'm going to stick it down in there and see if I can see how far.
That looks dangerous. I see him pulling out his torch. I'm like,
When
You
you,
got
when you
there,
look
Sergeant.
down in there, it goes back about 3 feet,
Mhm.
but then you just kind of see it trail off to both sides. All right, Happy. You bash the grate in, and it just bing, like goes in. You hear it clank against the other wall, and drop to the like ground that's right there. But that's about it.
Huh?
Yeah,
Deuce.
Take a rope, tie it around his waist.
All right. Well, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is happening.
There we go.
Awesome.
All right, tie the rope around.
Okay.
one
As
is
you go
it?
down that way, when you can tell that you're kind of past the edge of the room, the vent starts to lead upward a little bit.
Okay.
And as you look up, there's a glowing orb up there, and you just kind of feel a whoosh of air coming off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
18.
All right, you grab it, no problem, and it's not like slipping out of your fingers or anything, and you're able to hold on to it as you drop back down.
Oh.
Good cook.
It's mildly cooked. I'm gonna do an Arcana check on it first. 14.
You've heard of like really, really high nobles having this. It's basically AC.
Is it actually providing oxygen or is it just cooling off?
It's definitely providing oxygen.
Okay, alright. When this room inevitably floods, we're all gonna have to take a suck on this.
Oh,
I'm not sucking your ball, man.
We'll see how you feel about that when you're drowning.
did the ceiling end, or was it? Did, it
Did the
keep going?
ceiling end there?
Yeah, it was just a room basically
Yeah.
housing the orb.
Yeah, it was just like the end of a duct.
Okay.
I'll go into the other one and come back.
You find the same thing.
Same thing. I'm gonna grab that one too.
All right.
You don't think?
If I can, that'll be like a 5.
5, no, you can't seem to get a hold of this one. I don't know, the wind is a little bit stronger, and you're just not able to like fully hold on to
Yeah.
it as you're trying to get it.
This is a higher power unit in here. I can't bring it.
The second
No.
one, it was just a.
No other orb.
There was another orb on the other side, but I couldn't get a hold of it.
Well, switch spots.
No, 2.
Before, did we feel a breeze coming out
I'm trying to stay out of here.
of these?
Like a slight, like really mild. Just there's oxygen in the room. You guys need oxygen.
Yeah. And the ball's giving off oxygen, right?
Yes.
So we're good.
All
guess
is
we
love.
We also
all is
need to
life.
get out of this room.
Yeah, but after when the timer goes down, we can all suck on.
What's that other ball What did that?
How high is the ceiling?
You're running into a second ball.
I would like to have my second ball, please.
What did that ball?
Basically,
Identical to the other one,
15-foot
just a
cube.
little bit bigger. One ball was bigger than the other.
If you can,
Damn.
All right.
if you can catch.
I've heard that's normal
Let
though.
me see what my dex.
That's what I've been told.
Okay. Alright.
You're doing great,
I don't know what you
Anya.
were trying to do.
Very proud of you.
Keep building
18.
athletics.
She's gonna die in there.
No. Sorry, folks. 7.
You as well cannot seem to find good enough purchase on it to really move it.
Okay. I
Constitution.
got
Tie the
that.
rope to it quickly.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
I have one more of those, and I'm willing to use.
I was a little bit worried about it.
It's a Constitution grab.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Why are you looking at me?
Majorly.
Because you have
I
the
thought
most
she was gonna
Constitution
die.
out of everybody.
Seriously? That's ridiculous. Okay.
You reduce yourself?
Now,
Okay.
we're going to discuss this.
Explain your contention.
I think I'm just a little bit hardier than you. I'll concede you're stronger. I'm
No,
pretty
he's saying
strong.
he's
You're
got
I'm
the
strong.
best
saying
con.
he's the most constitute.
I would say this: without your belt, I'm stronger and hardier.
He's saying that
I
he's
take
got
off my
the-
belt.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
I mean, we got 6 hours to kill.
Who's swinging on who?
I'm gonna.
Oh, it's a fight.
I'll put my spear back over my shoulder, and I'm gonna pull my gauntlets off, crack my dwarven knuckles.
Damn it.
You wanna play this game? We can play this game. How do we test Constitution?
I didn't say I had more Constitution than you.
He was trying to say that
Just
you
as
were
long as
Jack
you're
Frost.
willing to admit I'm tougher than you, you can continue doing whatever you're gonna do.
And if not, it's bare knuckle boxing.
I don't feel like I'm inform you for this is resolved.
Doesn't want to work. I'm just 29.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's blaming it
I have
on
an API
his-
error, guys, so I can't,
I can't fight the dwarf because my god won't let
I
me.
left my constitution in hope.
Yeah. No, my dad totally works for Nintendo and he gets me games all the time.
My
You turn
strength.
Constitution.
Oh.
Oh, I have not been contesting our Constitution.
I am way hardier than you.
I have not been contesting our Constitution.
Okay, just as long
You
as
guys
we're
are
in agreement.
100% arguing different points this entire time.
That's great.
Because he's
I'm
trying to
just
say
saying,
that
no,
he's the one with
he's
the Constitution,
arguing a different
and you're
point.
arguing with that.
I'm just saying,
I know,
without the
that's why you
belt of
guys
fire
are-
giant strength, I am stronger and hardier than you.
Okay. So
You ever
Giant
tried to fight a
Family
healer?
had 9 hours.
Fucked.
8 was everywhere.
Yeah.
Someone already figured out the 8s. I don't know why you
Yeah.
guys don't listen to each other.
Okay.
Who
That's
figured
Who
out
it.
the
figured that out? It
eights?
wasn't me.
I did.
What was it?
8.
That whatever we're going to incur at the end of the time clock is going to come upon us immediately, or
I'm guessing the vents would have closed and we suffocate, maybe? Or it fills with water?
I'm betting.
I'm
this
not a
is
fan of
stuff-
water.
You know what? In a past life, all you had to do was wait out the timer.
I would like my other ball.
That's what I was trying. I was trying to tell you you should go up there because these two ain't been able to do it, and the thing they've been using.
But you've got to climb up to it and then make a constitution check.
Yeah.
You've got to be athletic enough and constitutional enough.
No, your acrobatics check is +1.
So it's not athletics?
It's acrobatics, and the DC's been set at 10 out loud multiple
and
times.
then it's a 15 con to get the ball.
He has
climb up there.
He has
Yes,
+3 Constitution.
Go for it.
All right,
You can
I
do it.
reduced
give him-
myself.
So originally, what I said.
Get it, foolish. Get it.
I reduced
First time
myself.
Sorry.
I thought there was an athletics check in there somewhere.
I don't
There's
time.
an acrobatics.
I'm the toughest and the hardiest here.
I love that you are stuck on that.
I grab the other end of
I
the
will
rope and I
destroy
run
you.
up there, and I'm going for
I
the
will
orb.
fuck you
Give
up
me the
so
athletics check
hard.
to get up. DC 10.
He's so mean when he drinks Fireball.
3.
3? You cannot get up there.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the rope over on one side of the orb. Catch it with my mage claw.
Like a fucking lasso?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna tie a knot.
A
And I'm gonna
sorcerer's
be-
knot?
Yeah, sorcerer's knot.
With the mage claw,
I'll
or
pull it with a mage claw.
I don't
I pull
understand how
one
that's
side
working.
with the claw as it floats away, roping the orb, tying it into a knot.
Okay.
I run back down outside. I hand the other end to him.
I yank on it.
And the rope slips off around the sides of the orb.
You don't know how a sorcerer's knot works. do you?
I do not.
That's impossible. I'll let it go this time.
I will 100% admit that I have no idea how a
A
sorcerer's knot.
sorcerer's knot can hold on to anything.
Yeah, my Constitution ain't that bad.
I reduce you.
Fine.
And I hand you,
fine.
I hand you my immovable rod. It's like, make something work with this.
Okay.
Okay.
Athletics check to get up there? With an
Athletics or
immovable-
acrobatics?
Acrobatics, sorry.
I'm sorry. Athletics for him because he's so athletic.
Your camera just went off. It's
I know.
acrobatics, but you
Fine,
can
we're not looking at that thing.
roll with advantage because of the immovable rod. It's a DC 10.
11.
Oh, good.
This one was a 1.
Yeah!
So you basically jump up a little bit, use the rod, click it, get your footing, like figure yourself
I want to
out,
grapple this motherfucker.
and then
I want to
jump
grapple
out.
it and
Don't forget to unclick it on the way down.
It's a con-saving throw.
Stuck there. I take the immovable rod and throw it down.
There we
I
go.
want to grapple this thing and then get suplex.
Con-saving throw to grapple it.
You've got this.
I believe in you.
Beast mode.
Natural 20.
Hell
You
yes.
grab it, and it drops you back down,
Yeah.
and you're running out into the main room with it.
With the immovable rod.
I got this motherfucker. I grab the immovable rod and I just scoop my ass back out.
Okay, so where the other one was kind of a gentle breeze, this one's more like an actual like gust of wind coming off the orb in all directions.
Yep.
And as you bring it into the middle of the room, it slowly starts to kind of dissolve around the outside, like those molecular gastronomy desserts when you pour hot chocolate sauce over it, and what you find inside is boots of levitation.
Beautiful.
I'm genuinely impressed.
So there is a pair of boots in his hand, evidently.
I hold up the boots. I've dealt with this before.
All right. So the boots allow me to cast
Levitate.
levitation. Okay.
Levitate the door.
Okay.
Happy our reward.
Now there is a door that we couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
I levitate.
+1.
You start to levitate the door open,
Mm-hmm.
and as you do that, the timer just stops. And you open the door.
Sweet.
All right.
Was just arm wrestling the whole
Just
time.
straight up arm wrestling the whole time. 9.
20,
Damn it. 16.
1,
Alright, we're back at 0. 20.
10.
What's happening?
Arm
I
wrestling.
got you on 1. That's going to be a 26.
Dice.
I got you right over. I got you right over.
Is he up by 2?
Right over. I'm up by 2.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, 23.
24.
I'm up by 1. 21.
14.
Gotcha. I'm
That's
up by
rolling good. I'm rolling shit.
19.
You guys finally fight?
I'm not rolling anything over a 10.
Smack you against the stone. You're really damn strong. You're actually a lot stronger than what I thought you were.
So you walk back in, and there's 3 doors. One of them is sort of has a brown hue in the doorway. It's kind of the same fog that was in the original garden maze. One of them has sort of a blue hue, and one of them has a white hue.
Alright, we got brown, blue, and white doors.
I'll go
Any
over
ideas?
I'll go over to the white one.
Okay. As you get closer and closer, you hear more and more whooshing sounds and like gusts of wind and
Which
almost
one?
a gale sound.
At the white one?
Yep.
Okay. And the brown one was kind of like the garden one that y'all were at before, whatever that was?
They all kind of, so when they went through the initial garden maze, there weren't doors so much as doorways with a foggy kind of,
Excellent.
like frosted glass, but it's not glass, it's just fog. So yeah, and that's what I mean when I say it's like the garden ones. All 3 of them are kind of that fog.
But one's blue, one's brown, one's white. I'll go over to the blue one and walk up to it, and I'll poke it with the tip of my spear.
The closer you get, you hear more and more splashing, and as you poke it with the spear, the tip of your spear gets a little bit wet. Just the tip, just a little bit wet.
I'm picking up a very maritime vibe.
Earth, wind, water.
Water.
Cap.
I'm going to take my orb over to the white door, hold it in front of it, look for any type of reaction.
I mean, it starts kind of gusting around, but that's about it. Like you can feel the wind coming through the door.
Which realm do we want to enter?
I told you about the joke earlier. We don't want to go in the brown room.
But that's what I was thinking of.
Saying.
I'm not a huge fan
Trust
of water.
the dad
Yeah,
jokes.
that's what I was thinking.
I'll walk up to it. I'll walk up to the brown door and just sort of.
You kind of hear the grinding of rocks, and like what almost sounds like the shifting of plates, of like earthen plates.
Earth, we might be familiar with. This seems kind of earthquakey.
I hand you my earthen gray scroll. Tell you, go crazy.
You walk in, and there are 3 earth elementals in this stone cavern, and the ground is slowly shifting, but it doesn't seem to fully affect your footing or anything at this point.
Do they seem hostile?
They do indeed.
They do
seem
indeed.
ready for you. It almost seems like a Pokemon dungeon, if you will. Alright. You see the lightning coursed over them? And it's just kind of skittering across the rocks.
Yeah.
Despite all my instincts, I am going to attempt to grapple this motherfucker.
Contested strength.
Yep.
You rolled a natural 1.
17.
Yes.
He is now grappled. Okay, I'm going to try to pull him to the ground too. He is grappled and prone.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing.
I'm gonna throw at number 3, Spirit Backbiting 2 times. Negative. That's a natural 1. It's gonna attempt to attack me.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Second attack is no god darn way.
A 1?
Oh my god. Okay.
Everybody
sorry.
okay up there?
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's 25 and 24.
What the hell?
9 plus 9
Yes,
is
he hurt
18
himself.
points of piercing damage.
That spear is awful. And 20, 25. I'm going to throw a quickened and careful spell.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Okay.
quicken-
This is exactly this is plan A right here.
That's telekinesis on this guy.
Okay.
Again.
Strength?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your spell attack includes your proficiency bonus and your spell
You
cast.
pick him up.
Yay!
Opportunity attack?
His,
Yeah.
so you just moved
Here
that
comes
one.
a lightning bolt. It's careful for you.
Mhm.
No one else. All right. That is 30. Ah. That is 36.
And you rolled a 1 and a 4. I was gonna multi-attack. 23?
Hits me in the side of the head.
There's no way.
Holy crap.
There's no way.
Yes, way.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh my god.
That's a 20 and a 20. I'm going to have to cast shield on myself to protect me from myself.
What is going on?
Hey, you come over here.
You've already bonus actioned and actioned.
Yeah, and I moved 10 feet, right? I moved 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5. Okay.
Just down
So I
there.
just should have had advantage. So I should have been able to reroll that first one.
Should have.
Do it.
Shouldn't have taken that
Let's
damage.
reroll it.
Maybe not had to cast shield.
It's a 1!
Holy
It's a
cow.
fucking 1!
Alright, so it happened as it was supposed to.
Good
The
lord.
fates have fucking spoken.
Never borrow your dice from the DM.
So practical.
Yeah, that's what I
are you?
said. When you started out, I was like, you sure you want to take those cursed dice?
Roll the second one.
Never
see if it
mix
crits.
DM.
No.
Never mix DM and player dice, ever.
Alright, fork.
I'm going to take the one I've got pinned to the ground, I'm going to slide him over and shuffle over with him, and I'm going to reach over and I'm going to fucking grab your spear and go, be gone. And I remove curse on your javelin.
What the?
I've never wanted something so bad in my entire life!
You had that the
Except
whole
for
time.
taking it off your armor, right? If you'd like to. You can
I
have
mean,
it.
hey, could be that 20. Oh, it's not 20!
Yeah! Right in the grundle.
Alright, sweet. Okay, so that's a short sword because it's all I got. D6, so 5 plus 2 is 7. And then I don't know what else happens.
5 times
12.
2 is 10 plus 2 is 12.
Yeah.
Yay.
Seems as though he went down and got, I don't know, dad or the older brother or his friend.
Everyone thinks I would grapple him as I'm walking forward. Let me some gestures with my hands. And my blood veins begin to fill with light. And looks like my soul walks
blood veins.
out in front of my body. And there is a 20-foot tall
Astral projection of yourself.
warrior in front of me. I have cast Guardian of Faith.
Ooh.
And fuck this guy.
Not, he got 10.
20 points of radiant damage.
He explodes.
The fucking
He was getting knighted. I'm pretty sure this one comes down through the head.
all the rocks come off. Boom! And then just right through the guts. Lifts him up to the ground into pebbles.
Into petals.
It was beautiful.
He
very
slams
anime.
him down,
Explodes into
turns into
petals.
flowers. He was never rocks at all. There is a mystery afoot.
The ground starts to quake.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Quakey ground.
Already my levitation boots.
I hold on to foolish.
I
need
have
you to
out
make
my
a strength
movable
check.
rod the whole
And
time.
that was the extent of his free. He in flower petals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are we leaving?
Hey,
The ground is starting to split open.
Okay.
Through the door. Through the door. Hustle, 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 hustle. It's a door. Find out what a cave in sounds like.
As you run through, the door disappears behind you,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna call it here.
Okay, cool. Hey, good job.
What's in the room?